it's still that consistency and optimizing timing. I'm not going for 5 hours without getting protein, so I have amino acids in the bloodstream, which can help maintain.
Yeah, I was so frustrated with myself because I normally travel with protein snacks. I've got my David bars and my, venison sticks or whatever. And I just, for whatever reason, I was in such a rush when I packed. I didn't take any of that stuff. And I was in Asia, and you're eating these tiny quantities of, amazing fish all the time. But like,
could you tell a difference? Could your body feel a difference?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the difference is my training volume was also so much lower.
Yeah. So
you could perhaps argue that, yes, even though I was probably getting only 1.2 grams per kilo of protein per day, I did actually lift every day that I was supposed to lift, but I don't think the lifts were nearly as intense as the hotel gym's not the same as my gym. My cardio workouts, I was kind of phoning them in. So again, look, I feel fortunate it's just a week, but if there's a person who's traveling constantly, this is a bigger deal and they've got to pay more attention to it.
It's important to know that even when we know the right answers, it's hard to follow it. And one of the benefits of exercising consistently is that a week here and there is not going to have these, severe negative side effects.
If a woman is getting 1.6 to 2 grams per kilo, we don't have to worry about it. But if a woman, for example, she's a vegetarian, so she's going to have a real hard time hitting that, you're going to maybe make a note that says, look, right after your ovulation, this is actually a time to pay even more attention to protein intake because of this reduced MPS.
Absolutely, especially with an aging muscle. So a young female muscle and male muscle is resilient. But absolutely, if we're into our 40s, 50s, based on some of the science around anabolic resistance, and obviously the hormones change differently in that time frame. But yes, in that luteal phase, it could help with soreness, recovery, a number of components, injury prevention.
So now let's not talk about a team athlete. Let's just talk about an individual. Okay. So we're long done with college. We're not on a team anymore. We as the individual are in charge of our own training. So a woman who's listening to this, who is herself, active. She's, whether it's my wife, she's training for marathons, or whether it's, a woman who's just training to stay in shape. What guidance are you giving around, if anything, how you would change intensity and volume throughout the cycle?